you guys. Let's talk about anxieties. If you have anxieties, maybe you can get an ideas what it is like to have anxieties. I think every one of us have the anxieties. Yes. None of us are perfect. We all have, we all have dealing with own our problems, okay? And anxieties is like there's so many ways to have anxieties. Like you can get anxieties with times, traffic, everyday life, what else, uh, money, work, people, like everything is triggers you. But like I just have to calm myself and tell myself like, well, girl, everywhere you go, everyone or everything will triggers you. Just face it. Because unless you put yourself in the bubbles. I wish I can put myself into bubbles, but I can't. So yeah. So everywhere you go, you're gonna have to deal with that. So might as well just deal with it, right? I know it's a stressful sometimes, but I'm trying to face it. Okay, I'm trying to live my life, and at least I'm just lucky that I get by, even though it's hard. Yes, like yesterday, I was dealing with my anxieties. Like I said, the time, and of course, my schooling yesterday. It was stressful. And this is what happened to me yesterday while I was taking the test. In my mind, I wasn't even um, taking the test yet. We have like 3 hours before to take the test. And then my heart was like having the palpitation, the heartbeat. Okay, my heart beat fast for like 3 hours. I'm so anxious. Like I was so nervous for nothing. And in my mind, I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of in my mind. There was a times that I thought about this, like, what if I didn't pass the test? What if I failed the test? What if uh, what if, yeah, when I fail the test, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna get my certification. Do I have to repeat it? Or do I have to study again? Or do I have to come back again for another times? I don't know when. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh God, help me. And then, so yeah, I couldn't, like, like I said, my heart was like having the, like, palpitation the whole time. And I'm so glad that every people that I met here, they are so nice. Even the instructor that I had yesterday. Hold on 1 minute. 1 moment. I'm gonna check my food. Okay, I had to check my food. I was cooking food. I am afraid it's gonna burn. Okay, so I'm just so glad that people here are nice, or I'm just lucky that I met people that are so nice and patient and you know, I have never experienced this in my entirely life that, you know, that someone could be patient so kindly, like that. So, sit with me and talk to me. Okay. Yesterday at the class, I was the only one that left behind. Okay. Every one of my classmates, they already gone and left because they already completed their test, right? And they passed it. And it was me sitting and having trouble thinking so many thoughts that I was like, oh, I'm the only one that lasts in here. Oh my God, I'm going to fail this test. And I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to have my certification. And I was like, yeah. So I couldn't concentrate. I've been reading and reading all the questions, even though it was a multiplication table. And I felt like nothing coming in my brain. My brain wasn't cooperating. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Nothing I can do, right? But I didn't think that way. I didn't calm myself. Instead, I let my anxieties beat me up. So yeah. And yeah, the anxiety won. I couldn't think straight. And finally my instructor, she was so nice. She sat with me in the table Maybe she wanted to go home too, but I was like still there and reading the test and trying to figure it out. But I was like hopeless. I'm almost gonna give up, even though it was just like 24, 25 questions. I couldn't even handle. What more when I get my test, when I take my nursing, right? I know it's gonna be far ahead, far away when I take my nursing, but that's gonna happen too, and I'm not. I don't know how to avoid it. It's hard. And there you go. She sat with me. She took the paper. What's that? The paper test. And then she sat with me in front across the table, and she told me, "So, okay, come here." She talked to me. She was so nice. She was like, "What are you not understanding? Are you not understanding the questions, or you're not understand the what else? The what we studied, or what you watch on the videos?" And then I told her, "I'm having my anxiety attack, and I couldn't concentrate. I felt like not like it's already gone in my head. It was there, but earlier, but now it's gone because yeah, my anxiety is beat me up." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I see. Okay, come here, sit down." And then so I sat with her. She sat with me, and then she said, "I'm gonna help you. Okay, I'm gonna help you to get through this because you need these certifications. You cannot work without the certification." That's what she told me. So yes. And I told her, I know. So do I have to retake the test, or do I have to reschedule this class and do it again some other times? And she was like, "No, no, you don't have to. Come here, I'm going to help you." And so she sat with me, and I have never experienced that in my entirely life. What I experienced before growing up was like, I guess that's what happened to me. That's how I started to have these anxieties because growing up, I didn't get the full support. I didn't get the emotional support or anything like that. Even at home, even at school, I didn't get that. All I get, like from home, I get the insulting. But yeah, I get the insulting in my own house, in my own home when I was growing up. And then at school, same thing. I get like insulting too. I didn't get like support. And that's how I end up maybe, have these anxieties growing up. So in my mind, what if she's gonna tell me like I'm stupid or something? But no, she didn't. She was like, she helped me, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna read the question for you, and then let you understand again, and let me remind you again what we did earlier. Maybe it will come back to you." And she was like, and she did, she helped me a lot, and that helped a lot. And I kind of like remember after she explained it to me. So yeah, after that, I figured it out and I answered all the questions correctly. I don't know if because the support that she gave me, or the patient that she gave me, and the calmly voice that she gave me, she didn't even, like, I was afraid that I'm gonna get insulted, or you know uh or get mad at me. But no, she didn't. She was so calm. She was like, "No, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm gonna help you because I want you to have this certification too." And then yeah, she helped me. She read it, every questions. She repeated the question for me, and even the multiple choices, she read it for me, and then she translated it in her own way. And I kind of understand after that. And then finally I passed all the tests, and then after the test I told her, "Thank you so much, you are so kind to me, you are so understanding, you are so patient." And she was like, "No problem. Yes, I don't mind. I'm glad that I here to help." And she was like, "Yes, no problem at all." And yeah, so yeah, I've never experienced this when I was in the Philippines. Like I said, growing up, I did not get a moral support. I did not get a emotional support. That's what I needed. And all I had growing up, all I heard was like, blaming and like getting mad at me and telling me insulting ways, instead of telling me that you can do that. It's opposite. He told me, you're so stupid, or something like that. You're so something like that. It's like uh belittling you instead of making you strong. You get strong in an opposite way. You become tough, but also you have the scars after that. So that's what I was dealing with. And I've been dealing with these anxieties ever since when I was a child, and then until now growing up. And anxieties is something that you can pass it through to other people. It's like contagious. It's not because by mentally, it's because the way you act. It's the way you delivered every words you say, or every the way you acted in a wrong way. That's what you're gonna pass it through to your children. Like if you're always angry, if you're always you know like uh like cursing or whatever, you can pass that through, because he or she, your children, gonna copy you or imitate you. But not all, not everyone will do that, but to some people, it will affect them. That's why it's very important that you give the moral support to your children in a nice way. You give love them like patient and kind and loving, and don't get mad, don't get angry, don't yell at them, because it's not gonna help. All they will remember is just the yelling and insulting. So help them in a better way, so that way they don't get anxiety is something that you cannot control, something that even though you didn't get it, or something that it grows on you, I guess. It just happens. So that's it, guys. That's what my anxiety is. That's what my anxiety was. Okay, bye.